Eric Gordon led 5 players in double figures with 25 points Saturday night as the Houston Rockets, playing without star James Harden, used superior depth to stun the Golden State Warriors 118-112 in Oakland, California. February 23, 2019, Oakland, California, USA. Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry, 30, shoots the basketball against Houston Rockets guard Eric Gordon, 10, during the third quarter at Oracle Arena. Mandatory credit, Kyle Terada-USA Today Sports. The win was the Rockets' third in 3 meetings with the two-time defending champions this season after Golden State won a 7-game showdown last May in the Western Conference Finals. This victory was accomplished without Harden, who has scored 30 or more points in 32 consecutive games, the second longest run in NBA history. The absence was just his 4th of the season. The Rockets had suffered defeats while he sat out 2 of his first 3 times. Jazz 125, Mavericks 109. Joe Ingles capped an 18-point performance with 4 3-pointers in the fourth quarter, helping Utah pull away from Dallas at Salt Lake City. In a game that paired 2 teams that had played the night before and traveled to Utah for Saturday's contests, the Jazz used a 29-14 edge in free throw points to win their 3rd straight at home. After leading by as many as 15 points in the third quarter, the Jazz found themselves clinging to just an 86-83 lead early in the fourth quarter before Ingles got things headed in a positive direction. Bucks 140, Timberwolves 128. Chris Middleton scored 28 points, and Giannis Antetokounmpo added 27 points, 10 rebounds and 7 assists as Milwaukee won for the 16th time in its last 18 games, beating visiting Minnesota. The Bucks got off to a fast start en route to reaching 140 points for the 4th time this season. Antetokounmpo drove the lane for a dunk 14 seconds into the game and had 11 points in the opening 3:09. Milwaukee went on to its 4th consecutive victory and 2nd in a row since the All-Star break. Kings 119, Thunder 116. Buddy Hield scored 34 points to help Sacramento hold off visiting Oklahoma City. The Kings led for much of the way but had to hold on late thanks to a couple of big shots by Russell Westbrook down the stretch. A night after making a game winner at the buzzer in double overtime against Utah, the Thunder's Paul George couldn't come up with the big shot for the 2nd straight game. George's potential game-tying shot at the buzzer over Willie Cauley-Stein hit off the front of the rim to give the Kings the victory in the season series, 3-1. Bulls 126, Celtics 116. Zach LaVine scored 42 points, and Lauri Markkanen added 35, both career highs, as Chicago defeated visiting Boston for its 3rd consecutive victory. The Bulls, who had lost 11 of their previous 12 games at the United Center, improved to 7-23 at home this season. LaVine made 2 free throws with 17.6 seconds left to eclipse his previous best of 41 points, set earlier this season. LaVine only shot 3 free throws in the game. He was 17 of 29 from the field and 5 of 11 from three-point range. He also had 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Pelicans 128, Lakers 115. New Orleans got off to a hot start even without star center Anthony Davis and cruised to a victory against visiting Los Angeles. The Pelicans scored 42 points in the opening quarter, the most in any quarter this season, as Davis rested after playing Friday night at Indiana. Drew Holiday had 27 points and 7 assists for New Orleans, and Julius Randle scored 24 points. Brandon Ingram scored 29 points to lead the Lakers, and LeBron James had 27 points, 12 assists and 4 steals. Pistons 119, Heat 96. Ish Smith led a strong bench effort with a season-high 22 points and 9 assists as Detroit pulled away at Miami. Fellow reserves Langston Galloway and Luke Kennard added 17 points apiece as the Pistons bench scored 66 points. Blake Griffin had 20 points and 6 assists, Reggie Jackson added 13 points and Andre Drummond chipped in 12 points, 14 rebounds and 4 blocks to lead Detroit's starting unit. Pacers 119, Wizards 112. Thaddeus Young scored 22 points, Bojan Bogdanovic added 18 and visiting Indiana held off Washington. Domantas Sabonis had 13 points and 12 rebounds for the Pacers, who began the post-All-Star break schedule by winning on back-to-back nights. Indiana, third in the Eastern Conference, has won 8 of its last 9. Bradley Beal scored 35 points in 41 minutes for the Wizards, who have lost 4 straight in 9 of 12. Thomas Bryant had 23 points and 12 rebounds for Washington, which finishes the season 1-3 against Indiana. Cavaliers 112, Grizzlies 107. Cedi Osman scored 5 points in a span of 17 seconds late in the fourth quarter, and rookie Colin Sexton followed with a deep three-pointer to lift host Cleveland over Memphis. Kevin Love scored a season-high 32 points and pulled down 12 rebounds to lead the Cavaliers. Love went 9 of 15 from the field and 6 of 9 from three-point range, sparking a fourth-quarter run after the Grizzlies had taken the lead. Sexton was steady, scoring 20 points, grabbing 6 rebounds, dishing out 5 assists and making 2 steals. Nets 117, Hornets 115. D'Angelo Russell scored 40 points, including 12 straight down the stretch, and Brooklyn pulled out a victory over host Charlotte in a bizarre game. The Nets blew a 19-point second-half lead and eventually had to come back from an 8-point deficit in the final 4 minutes. Russell's three-pointer with 39.8 seconds remaining gave the Nets the lead for good, and then no foul was called in a controversial ending when Charlotte's Kemba Walker appeared to draw contact from Karis LeVert on a three-point attempt at the buzzer. The victory allowed the Nets to expand their lead over the Hornets to 2 games in the chase for the Eastern Conference's number 6 playoff spot. Hawks 120, Suns 112. Atlanta guards Kent Bazemore and Trae Young both scored 23 points in a win over visiting Phoenix, handing the Suns their 17th straight loss. Taurean Prince added 21 points and John Collins scored 19 for Atlanta, which used a 21-6 run in the fourth quarter to overtake Phoenix. The Suns led 103-95 with 5:46 remaining. Atlanta took the lead for good on a pair of free throws by Young with 2:56 left, and Prince extended the lead to 5 when he converted a three-point play with 2:09 remaining. Phoenix never got closer than 3 points. Trailblazers 130, 76ers 115. Yusuf Nurkic scored 24 points and grabbed 10 rebounds to lead visiting Portland past Philadelphia. Damian Lillard added 17 points, 8 assists and 6 rebounds as the Trailblazers won their 3rd straight. Enes Kanter also had 16 points and 8 rebounds as Portland won its 2nd in a row away from home on a 7-game road trip. Ben Simmons led the Sixers with 29 points, 10 assists and 7 rebounds while Tobias Harris added 20 points. Field Level Media.